Hey, beautiful people. Watch the movie before you listen to this.
Yeah.
Bye. Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. We're doing a movie. It's a little bit different, all right? I don't have anything planned. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who rewatch podcast. My name is Nathan. Wait, no, that's not it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this podcast, which is what do I usually say?
I'm not even on the right page. I'm so thrown off here.
I usually have this written down. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others that exist because, I don't know, the Master was a weird snake or something, and then he, inhabited their body, and then he's got, weird Terminator vibes and shit and everything. Look, there's a lot going on. My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my... by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space and rewatch all of Docky Who.
Jeez.
Hello, Lawrence.
Hello. I'm not very impressed that you blanked on the word wonderful to describe me.
Well, for full disclosure, I usually have that bit written down. And then this was... I started this just completely blind in the darkness. So I wasn't sure where I was going. Sorry?
Do you not have a template or anything?
Yeah, I have a template, but I just didn't have it up.
Okay, didn't want to bring it up either.
That's why I had to bring it up but I didn't think I'd need it, to be honest. I thought I could just do it off the dome, but again, I had too much confidence in myself. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because this isn't necessarily a fully fledged canonical episode, as it were. No, so this is not episode 102, which I think it would be at the time of...
Yes, so this doesn't actually count as my 100th episode either.
Well, no, because we've already recorded your 100th episode, Lawrence, because we're not recording this out of sync and before we actually record the name of the Doctor.
You're so correct.
We've recorded that. We know it went well and stuff, so you've already recorded that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what a time it was.
Exactly, yeah. We had a wonderful time. Remember all those jokes we had?
Yeah.
Let's remember some of them now.
I'm doing it, but it's in silence.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing it in silence because I don't want to spoil the magic for that podcast people have already heard. Anyway, yes, this is a bonus, not a mini-sode, but it's a bonus-sode.
It's a sode.
It's a sode, everyone. It's a bonus-sode.
Okay? A bonus-sode.
No, I don't like that. Bonus-sode.
Bonus-sode.
Yes, let's stop saying bonus and sewed.
Yeah, too easy to splice that in half, I think, and put us in incriminating positions. Oh, Nathan.
What?
Vibes are weird, aren't they, today?
What incriminating positions could you get from bonus and sewed?
I don't know. I don't want anyone to cut me saying the word boner or something.
Lawrence, you said far worse than boner on this podcast, okay? Oh, no, and you've probably said boner as well. In fact, you just did.
I definitely said it, yeah.
So, oh no, he said boner. What a terrible thing to have happened.
Look, it's the first of our... Is this the first one of our little specials that are coming out?
Yes, this is the first of our super special run of episodes up, all leading to the big one, the big 50th anniversary special,
Whoa.
The Day of the Doctor. Let me give that the reverence it deserves. All leading to the Day of the Doctor.
I've got a sound effect as well for you, ready?
All right, this will be great, everyone. Welcome. Get ready.
I'm the 7th Doctor. I can't wait to have a nice day out in America. You can see the concept I was going for.
Yeah. And he's and look, he was listening to a little record and it didn't go well for him. So yeah.
That was what I intended.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Anyway, how does this work, Lawrence?
Well, we're going to, if you're a fan of our other podcast, we're not going to go through this like a Still Got Legs where we talk about like every little detail unless we run out of time and skip over loads.
Yeah,
right.
Because
we're just going to bring up...
kill myself if we did that.
Yeah, it's too long and there's too much nonsense. So we're just kind of going to We're going to pick this apart a little bit, see what we like, see what we didn't. Just talk about the movie, basically. Have you ever seen this before?
Speaking of nonsense, I just want to circle back to that because I can do a fun little joke here.
Okay.
Much like Sabrina Carpenter, I too need a Charles Dickens.
What the fuck? Was that the joke? Just saying something Sabrina Carpenter said?
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that song.
I like her whole Christmas album.
It's nonsense. I've only listened to nonsense. It's nonsense, but it's Christmas. It's the holiday remix.
Have you watched the holiday special yet on Netflix?
No, I've only listened to that Christmas song.
Oh, you should watch it. It's a good time.
That's my new favourite Christmas song. Are you doing Whamageddon? Have you heard about this?
What's Whamageddon?
Whamageddon is you have to see how far you can go into the festive season without hearing the Last Christmas song. Yeah, Wham! Last Christmas. And once you hear it, you fail. You lose. Okay.
I've already failed.
Well, I'm not. I haven't. I'm still in the game, bitch.
That's what you think. Here I go.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. That would be poor form. All right.
Why would you want to deprive yourself of the best Christmas song there is?
It's absolutely not the best Christmas song there is. You're thinking of the Pogues and Kirsten McCall, Fairy Tale New York.
That's not the best one. Not even by a mile.
Of course it is. It's got a slur in it. What more do you want?
One less slur, to be honest.
Not me. I want more.
Jeez.
I want more. That's how I like my Christmas. Full of slurs to remind me of the good times, you know?
The good times.
Yeah.
Before the woke mind virus took over.
Before woke, you can't even sing Fairy Tale New York anymore because of woke. It's outrageous.
Last Christmas is a banger. It's an absolute
I'm not
Christmas
disputing
banger.
that, but it's not the best Christmas song there is.
All right, I can meet you there. But I'm not having Fairy Tale of New York as leading
Why not?
the top spot. Because
What's wrong with Fairy Tale New York? It's a great song.
I'm not saying it's not.
They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold, and the wind goes right through you. It's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You're handsome, you're pretty, queen of New York City, with a band for displaying. They go to have a ball. That's good.
Go on, continue.
No, I don't know. I'm not doing the whole thing. Okay?
You skipped just before my favourite bit.
There's a little bit to go before that, all right? Because you do love slurs.
I know. Catch me out here slurring. It's the Doctor Who Christmas movie, 1996.
It's not a Christmas movie.
I don't know why I said Christmas. I didn't mean to say Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, it takes place at New Year, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, released in 1996, takes place in the year 1999 for some reason. So
what are we doing? Why?
One of those great. We can add it to the list of my favorite genre of Doctor Who episodes.
Which is
set at the time of release, set in a far-off future, which has now since become the past, and almost immediately as well. It was only 4 years, so not very long, really.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I know why they did it to tie into like the clocks and the millennium and all of this stuff, but
what's that? What's the clocks?
No, that's part of the movie, isn't it? Something about the millennium and the clocks and all of this.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know. Some nonsense that happened at the end. I don't know.
What is the millennium and the clocks?
Well, there is something like the I don't know.
Are you talking about Y2K?
No, but didn't they say something in the movie about like this only happens once every 1,000 years or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe
they said something like that. I don't know. This is a bizarre. Have you seen this before? This movie?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Not for a while though. Not for a good Dickens while.
For a good Dickensian amount of time.
Yes, a good Charles Dickensian time.
This is brand new to me. Never seen this before. I've seen clips.
I know. And every now and then you'll be like, oh, we got to watch that bad movie soon. That bad movie's coming up. Get ready, everyone. We're going to watch that bad Doctor Who movie.
And what would you say it is? Good, bad, indifferent?
Peak cinema. For real.
Get out!
Lawrence, that's what I'd say it is.
This is outrageous.
I'd say it's peak cinema. You don't like this?
It's not that I don't like it. It's a bit naff, but I have fun with it. I had a good time.
It's 1996, Lawrence, all right?
Yeah. Well, it's actually 1999 in the movie, but yeah.
Well, it was made in 96. Bill Clinton He was probably president.
I don't know if that's true.
I think it was. I think he was elected 96. Or maybe I'm wrong on that.
Was he? Was he a two-termer?
No, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't know if he was a two-termer.
Because he was around in 2001 for that thing. No, he wasn't. That was W. Bush.
Yeah, it was very famously George Bush.
Because there's that picture of him being told and he looks shocked.
Yeah.
How do we get to 9/11? We need to circle back to Doctor Who.
You immediately jumped to 9/11, brother, all right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right.
What do you think of this? You hate this?
No, I don't hate this. I think it's maybe a touch ambitious in places. I think.
And how dare it, you know?
No.
How dare it be ambitious?
I mean, in the sense that they were like bringing Doctor Who back and trying to like. I don't know what the movie's purpose was. Was it to like jumpstart a new run of the series?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because that wasn't going to happen from this. I don't think.
Why? I don't like your assumptive tone with that. Like, I think there's good stuff in this.
I don't disagree. I've got a lot of positive notes.
And is this any worse than Rose?
Yes.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
I think it's a lot better than Rose, actually.
Wow. Okay, really? Well, in terms of like bringing Doctor Who back into the zeitgeist,
I would if you sat me down and I watched two pilots. All right, one of them being the 1996 TV movie, one of them being Rose. I would absolutely want to see what happens next with the movie. All right,
really?
I would want to follow that story 100% of whatever that piece of shit is. All right,
you like Rose?
I don't like Rose.
I think you liked
the TV episode. No, I didn't. It's a bad episode. It's not good.
It's a good pilot, I think.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a good introduction to the show at all.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we've said when, like, if I'm watching this fresh today, I'm not carrying on with this show.
Oh, you did say that, to be fair. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I think that my thing with this is for it to be the thing that to like relaunch Doctor Who and put it back on the map. I think it's a crazy choice to, one, set it on Earth, two, set it in America. And
Rose
three,
is set on Earth, is it not?
Yes, but not in America.
Why would you not set it on Earth?
Because, I don't know, just explore the full breadth of what he could do, of where he can go. He spends most of the movie...
I give you Rose, because like the idea is you got to relate it to the audience who are watching it. You gotta give it that grounding first with the little bit of the fantastical elements, and then once you have people on board, then you can jump off and go into the fucking... the thingy stuff.
I totally see where you're coming from, but I think the nesting consciousness is more of a like bad villain and like looks awful. But,
shit.
Yeah, but definitely has more of the like this is a bit off world. Whereas choosing the Master for this villain is a villain that looks like a human being. Like it doesn't necessarily showcase all of the immense possibility of Doctor Who.
Doesn't showcase it all, but it gives you a taste of it. I think it gives you a little bit of flavor.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I don't think we need to see his whole fucking rogues gallery on day one.
Do you like the opening of it with it's a very much We're Back Boys kind of opening vibe, like the dramatic voiceover with 8 and all of this?
What do you mean by a We're Back Boys?
I don't know. There's something about seeing hearing the theme tune, hearing the build up to like the main title drop. Like, I don't know. I think the effects work, like the sound effects especially. They put you in this like sense of dread, right? And
it's very cinematic.
It is, I think.
Yeah. For a TV movie, which is on the box. That's what they keep saying. But it is very cinematic for a TV movie. You got that big 3D logo, coming at you and flying out in space. It's like Doctor Who, the movie.
I think it sets it up with like a nice amount of like menace, right? Like it's like the master's final wishes were to be taken back to Gallifrey by me, and then it's like. And then, there's like a bit of time, and it's like they never should have accepted it, or something like that. And I'm like, this is intriguing. I'm actually very interested to see where this goes.
Yeah. You have Sylvester McCoy returning as the Seventh Doctor, whilst Paul McGann is narrating over what happens to him. Like, ooh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, we see Sylvester McCoy. Right. Obviously a bit older.
Would you like a fun fact?
I would love one.
Okay, so I don't know who made this. Like BBC, like fucking America, like who made it? I don't know. I don't know if it was a British production. I don't know if it was American production. I don't have a clue. Okay, but I do know, all right, that the some American people involved in the production wanted Tom Baker to return as the Fourth Doctor for this, because that is the Doctor that American audiences are most familiar with. That's the one they know.
Oh, that would have fucked so much up.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't make any sense at all, really.
Like, I guess, to be fair, most people do disregard this with like a lot of stuff this introduces, but
yeah, for quite rightly so, I think.
Yeah, definitely right.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
You're right to disregard some of this stuff. But although maybe not disregarded, because maybe some of it comes back up in other places and stuff, and we'll sizzle.
Okay, all right.
I'm sizzling sausages.
Consider
like
me
this
sizzed.
TV movie is sizzling mashed potatoes for the bangers.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think you had a case of the word vomit there.
No, it was good.
What do you think of his TARDIS?
Oh, amazing.
Such a good TARDIS, right?
Yeah. So, first of all, infinitely better than the piece of shit we get in Rose. All right, I've decided I know how I'm playing this whole episode as a 1v1 versus Rose now.
No, it's not trying to do that.
No, I am. I'm going into it. All right.
Okay.
So, first of all, point in the TV movie's favor. TARDIS, all right?
Okay.
Infinitely better. What the fuck are you talking about, man? This whole, like, sort of living room-esque, a study sort of thing where he can sit down and have a cup of tea and listen to his record player, and then he's got the console room with, like, the metal, the twining metal structures around it and stuff.
Yeah.
And this isn't stuff we see until later, but, like, the whole fucking roof, the ceiling just, like, disappears and becomes like the space, the visual leading into space and stuff, and they can see what's going on and where they are in the fucking universe and stuff, and it's beautiful. It's so well designed, I think.
I completely agree. I think the colors are lovely. The fact that it's like lit by like a million candles dotted around, and you've got the big kind of alien blue glow of the rotor in the middle.
Yes.
Like, that looks nice. The little armchair. Another thing I kind of like about it is, like, I'm not familiar with the Seventh Doctor. I don't know where his series run ended for him to have been picked up back here. But, like, I really like the idea that it's, like, when you get a couple of wide shots, it looks like a big empty liminal space that that the Doctor has just kind of, like, plonked some knickknacks in and tried to make it a home as best as possible. And it feels homely, but I kind of like that it's, like, also maybe a little bit lonely in there sometimes. I think it's a good vibe, and that ceiling is fucking incredible. That seeing
great.
all the space stuff is great. Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's really well designed, really very intricate. Almost like the console itself is almost like a mixture of wood and like industrial metal and stuff as well. And it's just like, I don't know, it adds to this very like sort of turn of the century kind of like Edwardian vibes that they have going on with it. It's all very, I don't know, very, it's just nice.
It is. I want to spend an afternoon there. That's what I want to do.
I want to spend an evening there.
Has he got more than one chair? I just saw his armchair.
He might have more than one chair.
That's the thing.
He might have a chaise lounge.
For laying.
Exactly.
For uncomfortably laying on.
I'll retire to the chaise lounge, I think.
But anyway, his happiness on his armchair is short-lived because he gets fucking shot.
Not on his armchair.
No.
He lands in San Francisco, and there's troubled youths about. There's gang warfare going on in the troubled streets of San Francisco.
They're hiding behind some bins.
They all pop up like, "Hey, we're behind these bins." Actually,
it's a little West Side Story, isn't it?
It is quite a West Side Story. Yeah, it's the showdown between the Jets and the Sharks, but the sharks are hiding behind bins, and then they pop out ready to rumble. That's how they do it. Yeah, it's all very, modern, tough youths. This is the problems that we have here in 1996. There's tough youths on the streets of San Francisco. So like the TARDIS lands, and then one of them is hidden behind it. And then the doctor, poor old doctor, he makes the mistake of walking out of his TARDIS and just immediately gets fucking capped.
It's kind of fucking... I mean, we'll touch back in on this in a little bit, but like, there's a brutality to this that the show couldn't do now.
Yeah, there is. It's very quick, and like kind of... I was going to say gone are the days, but they haven't yet arrived, but... The days of a doctor getting a goodbye and a long drawn out these are my memories and what a wonderful time I had as the doctor and stuff, and it's all just done. See you later. And that's not like how he's done, but like it was just very sort of quick one bang. See you later.
Yeah,
mate.
we as the new Who watchers, we've been very accustomed to like they get the scene. They get the speech.
They get a speech. Like, they get a beautiful orchestral piece.
Yeah. But
and then David Tennant comes in and steals their moment.
It's only happened. Wait, how many times has it happened? Actually, too many. 3, at least 3.
No, technically 2.
He stole his own spotlight one time.
Yeah, he did. Well, actually, I guess you could say 3.
Yeah. I'm saying
4.
3.
Maybe 4. Actually, I think you could say 4.
We steals Eckies.
Eccleston's, Smith's, his own.
He doesn't steal Smith's spotlight, does he?
Well, there's the I don't want to go thing.
Okay, yeah. All right, fine.
Yeah. Eccleston, Smith's. If you haven't watched Beyond Where We're Up To, cover your ears, I guess. Whittaker.
Yeah.
And the argument could be made for Gatwa.
I would make it for Gatwa.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah,
fair enough. Get out of here, Tennant.
Yeah, you criminal. That's all of them apart from one.
For fuck's sake, David Tennant.
That's all of them. There's only one regeneration he isn't directly involved with in all of New.
That's insane.
That's fucking wild, isn't it?
Oh my god, yeah. Maybe I'm looking at him with a bit too rose-tinted glasses. They need to sever that paycheck. Like, just get him off
is
of
that
fucking...
true? That's... there's two. There's two. Matt to Peter and Peter to Jodie.
I was gonna say I know that I don't want to go thing, but it's tenuous with Matt, but it's still there a little bit.
Well, we'll discuss. It's coming up very soon, all right?
All right, so yeah,
and you better watch your tone, all right?
Oh, all right.
I don't like you.
Sorry. What do you think of like the regeneration itself?
All right, so he gets shot, and then they perform surgery on him, and he's like, "Hey, you can't perform surgery on me. I'm not human or whatever. I'll die." Yeah. And he does. He just straight up dies. Like it's not like I'm dying. I need to regenerate. Where's the paper mache man? It's nothing like that. It's just he does straight up just fucking die in surgery. And then they John Doe him, they give him a tag, they fucking take him to a locker and shit, and he's just like, and then there's like a lightning storm or something.
It's a morgue, it's not a locker. They just fucking ram him into a locker.
No. But it's like a little locker, isn't it? It's like a little locker.
Yeah, like the little compartment. The way you said it made it sound like they just found a skull and stuffed him in the corridor.
They didn't just go into the changing room and just went, "Oh fuck, here I'll do." Just shove him in there.
Pull out some poor kid's pants or something. Get out of the fuck. Come on, get in there, you can.
Yeah, they shove him in the death locker, I guess, the morgue locker. Yeah. And then there's this like lightning storm thing, and then we see his face morphing as he like cries in pain and stuff. It's not too dissimilar from what we see of the second Doctor's regeneration, because the second Doctor, we don't actually see that full regeneration, really.
That's the one where it's going, "Whoa," and he's going, "No, go away."
Yeah. No, stop it.
You can't
and his
kill
face
me!
is all contorting and stuff like that. It's not too dissimilar from that, really.
Yeah.
Only I guess a little bit more high tech, really, with some actual effects and stuff. I don't mind it. I mean, it's always tricky once we're not in the era of the uniform regeneration,
yes,
as it were. Because I do like the glow in the orange glow and stuff.
It's biology. It makes sense it would look the same.
It does make sense. Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the good changes they made to the ongoing story. But yeah, it's not part of that yet. But look, as it goes, I don't mind it really.
Yeah. I'm the same. I like the effect on it. I think, weirdly enough, I'm kind of glad I caught this. Right, I was just doing some work recently, and I put on Doctor Who Confidential from season 1, just on in the background.
Yeah.
And one of the lines that I caught was because in series 1, Doctor Who Confidential wasn't really episode specific. It was more like every week we're talking about like this will be about the makeup, and this will be about the monsters and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And the one they were talking about, the first one, they were talking about bringing Doctor Who back to like kind of relaunch it. And you had a couple of interviews, and one of them was Sylvester McCoy. A lot of the old doctors came back to do like just a little talking head. And Sylvester McCoy was like, I probably shouldn't have been in the movie. I think I fucked Paul McGann over by being in that movie.
Oh, really?
And it was really interesting. And the way Russell T Davies kind of spoke about that, it makes sense. I don't know necessarily if I agree, but this idea of like having the Seventh Doctor return and like everyone being like, that's the Seventh Doctor, we love the Seventh Doctor, and then flat out immediately killing him in a pretty rough way, and then being like, here's the new guy, like the new guy.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, really. I guess I didn't come at that perspective because I don't have that history with the Seventh Doctor, so I haven't really. I've seen a few episodes of the Seventh Doctor, and Ace and stuff, but like not someone I'm hugely familiar with. So I guess I'm not like, no, they killed my boy or whatever,
No, number 7, please.
No,
but I do kind of like that. Like it's they change his face just after you've reunited with the old familiar that you liked. So, like, I like the boldness of it, but yeah, I see
like
why...
that he's in it. Yeah, I like it. I like the sense of continuity with it. I think it's also nice for Sylvester McCoy to get an ending as well to his character. So I enjoy all of that.
I think,
but I can definitely see like if we had like a fucking if we had like a fucking I don't know, for argument's sake, let's say we had like a movie with Matt Smith as the Doctor, and then it was like, what am I trying to say? If the same happened thing with Matt Smith, then I'd be pissed. Yeah. So
yeah, if he just wasn't the Doctor anymore, I see that. Yeah. I think it was right to include him because I genuinely see a world where if Sylvester McCoy wasn't in this, they would have just scratched this entire thing from the record, and Christopher Eccleston would have been the 8th Doctor.
Yeah, maybe.
I can see that happening. Especially because I know they do make a point of it, do they? They say the 13 lives, and I'm the 8th one or something at some point.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And for the longest time, though, like really, the only acknowledgement Paul McGann got for the longest time was the fact that Christopher Eccleston was called the 9th Doctor, and that was it, really. And since that has been changed, not necessarily enough, in my opinion, but there has been stuff which we will discuss in the coming weeks and stuff. Yeah. And there has been a sort of recognition of his Doctor, but yeah, he always kind of falls into a tricky spot. Really, he always kind of seems to get the short end of the stick because he was kind of the man for one night only, the Doctor for one night only, and then Big Finish had a fucking field day with him, I guess. But like he is the Big Finish Doctor,
Pretty sure he's the reason. Space.
I'm pretty sure he's the reason the Big Finish as a company exists. They were like, fucking, we're profitizing off this cunt massively, Yeah.
But I do see what you mean. The one night only is a good kind of way to reconcile it because he's very much, he feels like the Doctor that never really got the fair shot. Because also, like, I like Paul McGann.
I fucking love him, man. Watching this, I was like, fuck, he's good, man.
Yeah,
he's great. He's got a real charm about him that you do just kind of instantly fall for. That scene where he's like, he's getting his memories back and he's like, this grass, this air, it's brilliant and stuff. And he's having a good time. I think it's great. I think he does a good job.
I do too. It was kind of towards the end. I'd accepted him as the Doctor before this, but like towards the end, when the TARDIS almost seems like it's not working, and he just does one bang on the console and then smiles. I was like, that's the Doctor. That is great. The Doctor.
That's a great moment. Yeah. It's good stuff, man.
Did you like that they put the regeneration, like, and they kind of cross-cut it with the Frankenstein's monster scene?
I did. That was actually really good, really.
Yeah, I
think this. I genuinely think this is a well-directed movie. I think this is a well-directed and well-shot movie. Like, there's some really interesting shots in this for a low-budget TV movie from the mid-90s. You know, I think it's surprisingly quite well done.
There's I did that, you know, when you lock in that meme of like sitting forward in your chair. They mounted the camera on the hospital gurney. And it was just Seven's legs being wheeled into a room, and I was like, okay, we're cooking here. This is some unusual places to put a camera.
There's some like interesting like POV stuff as well, like when the Doctor's like freaking out and not in the right mind and stuff, and it's got this weird like sort of filter over it and stuff, and it just, I don't know, kind of works for me, really.
Yeah, no, it does for me as well. I want to talk about the Master, because he was a little snake boy that escaped from the TARDIS or something.
I want to talk about Grace.
Okay, all right, please, go ahead.
I'd like to talk about Grace just before we get into the Master and everything going on there. I like the idea of first of all, what I will say is that there's kind of like, not explicitly, or no, kind of explicitly, but not like running throughout it all, there's this little bit of indictment of the American healthcare system throughout this movie. Like he gets shot, and then the Master, before he's the Master, is like, hey, this guy better be rich, all right? Because we're going, hey, he's going to be paying the big bucks for this treatment, all right?
He's like, sign the consent form, or I've just got to let this cunt die.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, they're in surgery. They're doing surgery on him. And then there's just a bunch of, like, I don't know how American hospitals work, but, like, the director of the hospital, the owner of the hospital or some shit, he's just, like, walking on some insane fucking viewing platform, which would never be a thing in the UK. They're like, hey, can we watch you do surgery? No! Go away!
Get out!
It's incredibly... We're trying to save a man's life in here, and you're like, oh, but what about our money? Is our money being well spent in this fucking hospital? Oh, a man's dying. Oh, well, what about more money to be made, you know? Insane. I know we have problems, all right? Our healthcare system is not perfect. We do have a lot of issues with it, but fuck me, I'll take it over, like, fucking being bankrupt for getting the most basic treatment there is, you know?
Mate, fucking... I always laugh at those. I know they're, like, old as fucking shit, but I always laugh at the memes of, like, Breaking Bad if it took place in the UK, and it's like, you have cancer, and he goes, oh no, shall I cook meth? He goes, no, you're fine. Let's not cook meth and instead get you some treatment.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I think there is that interesting thing of it. The thing that made me laugh was how Grace goes like, look, I took an x-ray of this guy and he's got 2 fucking hearts, and I checked it a couple of times, and it's not like doctored in any way. Like, this is a real x-ray of a man with 2 hearts. This is pretty crazy. And that hospital guy goes, seems like a lot of paperwork, doesn't it? Let's burn it.
Yeah, I'm going to burn this, I reckon. Yeah. And also, it's 1996, so we don't have any digital copies. This is the only one, all right?
Yes, yeah.
So I can burn this, and there are no consequences at all.
Yeah. I was reminded of a couple of times in early Revival, where they're like, one drop of the Doctor's blood would start a global war. Like, they can't even get a look at this man for a second because one cell of his body could change the future of the human race. And this guy's got him on a slab, and it's just like, bin him. Just bin him.
Too much hassle, really. The investors, what will the investors of this hospital think?
Yeah.
Insane that a hospital has fucking investors, by the way. Like, that is...
Yeah, that's gross.
Just think about that. A hospital has investors. Think about that sentence, and then tell me you don't want to walk into the fucking ocean. All right? What a fucking insane concept that is.
It's so bleak,
you know what?
Isn't it?
Yeah, this is exactly why the fucking CEO of some fucking health insurance company was shot in the streets of New York. And I fucking say, good on Luigi, all right?
Oh, no, come on.
No, I'm fucking with him, man. I'm sick of this shit.
I don't disagree.
It's insane. There's more blood on that cunt's hands, that cunt being the CEO, than there is on fucking the guy who killed him, which may or may not be Luigi. I don't know. This is
there's a whole conspiracy, isn't there?
There's a lot going on.
I completely agree. Yeah, you're 100% right. That CEO has made so many well, not just that one, but CEOs in general, especially in healthcare, they make so many horrendous fucking decisions that lead to countless people dying needlessly.
Sorry to get too woke on this podcast.
Everyone sat around having their Christmas lunch, and here we are.
This isn't Christmas Day, Lauren.
What's this one? When's this coming out?
What day is this? This is like fucking Tuesday or some shit.
Nice.
Just any
Tuesday. You guys having a nice Tuesday?
A nice Tuesday. No, this is Wednesday the 18th of December. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday for tomorrow, Nathan. No. What else do you want to say about Grace? All
right, sorry, Grace. So I like that. She's the on-call surgeon. All right,
yeah,
and she's at the opera. First of all, a lady of culture. All right, she's at the opera with a hoity-toity boyfriend.
Yeah.
First of all, horrible prick. Get rid of him. All right, he did you a favor because fucking insane, right? He's on a date with his girlfriend, and fair enough, it gets interrupted because she's on call, okay? She's a surgeon, dude, right?
Yeah.
Come on, have just the most basic level of understanding. She's like, what do you want me to do? It's my job. And he's like, I can't believe my girlfriend has to leave this hoity-toity opera, which I enjoy because I'm wearing a bow tie and I've got a prick smile, all right? Yes. And I can't believe she has to leave this opera and go save lives. Why won't she think about me? And then while she's saving lives and being on call, he then moves everything out of their home together, including the fucking couch. All right,
he wasted no time whatsoever.
This is like the 30th of December as well. He's hired a moving company which would have presumably have charged additional rates for the timing of it, so he can get his stuff out within like fucking a few hours or whatever. What a prick, man! Yeah. What a bullet she dodged with that cunt. Yeah. Anyway, I like that she does surgery in her ball gown.
Yeah, I do too. I thought that was quite fun. Yeah,
doesn't feel the need to change into like scrubs or something. Just now, I reckon I'll just put one of those little apron things over me. I'll just do it in my ball gown. Why not?
Yeah, that'll do it. They want to be counting their lucky stars. The investors weren't walking past from their big overhead sky view or whatever they have.
They were. I
know.
Fucking investors. I'll kill them.
Oh my god! Imagine having that much room in a hospital in the UK and them not trying to put a bed there. Like it's absolutely wild that they're using that space to do trivial things.
Hey, look at this surgery. What do you mean? Look at this surgery? Yeah. It's not a fucking TV show. It's a life-saving procedure. They last for fucking hours. Get out of here!
But they got to stop by with their clipboards and make a note or something.
Shoot them all! I say.
They're justifying their positions by just doing a round of the hospital once a year and going, "Good job."
Yeah,
and leaving.
Well done, us. Yeah. Now let's add another zero to the price of insulin or whatever.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan, guys.
Sounds like a plan. We did it. Let's take next year off.
Can we talk about the Master?
Yes, Lawrence. All right. Did you mean the T-1000?
Yeah, and he's the guy from the Nolan Batman movies.
Is he?
I didn't know he was.
There are many guys.
There's many guys. He's one of the New York. I think he's Sal Maroni. I think that's him.
Sal Maroni.
Yeah. It might not be Sal Maroni. He might be the other one.
Falcone.
Yeah, he might be Falcone because he's the one that holds a gun to Bruce's head in Begins and is like, "Now that's power you can't buy."
Is he the one that's like, "What? No gun? I'm insulted."
Yeah, I know.
What, Mr. Wayne? No gun? I'm insulted. You know?
Oh, yes. And the guy, his security guys pat him down or something.
Yeah.
Yes,
no gun? I'm insulted. That's the only one I know if you can't tell.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. Fucking hell. 750 rolls on this guy. Jesus Christ.
Fuck me.
That guy has been working. What year was Batman? 2005?
2005 was Begins. 2008 was Dark Knight, yeah.
Jesus, I'm scrolling. I'm still in the 2020s.
He might not be that guy. He might be another guy from it. He's definitely in the Dark Knight.
He's definitely in the Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight. Yes, he's in the scene where the Joker comes in and he's like, "Ho, ha, 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 I thought my jokes were bad." That's it.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
He's in that scene. I don't know who he plays in it, but he's just a guy, I think.
I'm going to find out now.
He's Various Mob Boss number 7 or something.
Everyone hold your horses, all right?
Okay. My horses are held.
I don't think he's in Batman Begins because there's nothing for 2005 on his IMDb.
No, I'm just realising the guy that pats down Bruce Wayne is another guy. He's in The Dark Knight. He's not in Begins. And I don't think he's a big main character. I think he's just in a couple of scenes.
Yes. Yeah, Maroni.
He was Maroni.
He was Mr. Maroni in The Dark Knight.
Fucking hell, Nolan didn't really do a lot with Sal Maroni, did he?
Oh, who cares? Who gives a fuck about Maroni? Who's out here being like, but what about Maroni in the Batman movie? You know?
Where's the Maroni representation? That's what I say.
Yeah. I want Maroni.
He's fucking jacked in this.
He's jacked. There's that scene of him where he's like, he's just been possessed or whatever, and he's like looking out the window, and his wife comes up to him, and he's just like, look at my muscles. I don't know why I'm doing Arnold's impression.
No, he doesn't. My name's not Honey.
I'm the Terminator. But no, he's just like, look at my fucking muscles, man. He's insane.
Why is he dressed up as the Terminator? What's going on? I know the sunnies are to hide the green eyes.
I think it'd just be... Well, it was 1996. The Terminator was like 3 years before this, and it was a very big, successful movie.
I mean, that's probably,
So I think they're like, let's just fucking make him the Terminator.
I kind of like it. I like the slick back. I think this master's really good.
Yeah, I like it. He's so fucking over the top and intense. All right, he's so ridiculous, but I love it so much. I love it when he shows up in the big fucking Gallifreyan robes at the end.
Yeah,
and he's just so like, I don't know. He's like the Joker on crack, man. He's insane. I love him so much.
There's one scene where, there's a couple. Firstly, the one that fucking cracked me up was how he like even does the Terminator monotone voice for a second, but he just goes, Asian child.
Oh God, yeah, the Asian child, and that woman's like, the Asian child? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's 1999.
You can't be saying that.
That's outrageous. No, the scene that I love is the because obviously he tries to. He gets a companion in this. He gets Lee, that young boy that took the Seventh Doctor to the hospital. He essentially pulls him under his wing and manipulates him into being a companion, I guess.
Yes.
And there's a really funny scene where they're in the TARDIS and they like can listen into what the Doctor's saying, and it's when the Doctor is trying to convince Grace of like who he is. And he's like, I'm the Doctor, I'm a Time Lord, and all of this, blah, blah, blah. And the Master is trying to manipulate Lee to like go like everything the Doctor's saying, that's a lie, because he's told him that he's a good guy and the Doctor sucks.
He's told him that like this is his TARDIS, and the Doctor stole it from him, and he stole his lives and stuff, and he needs to get it back. And the Doctor is evil and everything like that.
And he was Genghis Khan.
And he was Genghis Khan somehow, which he might have been. Who knows?
I mean, who knows? But it's I don't
know.
Pretty
weird if he was, because Genghis Khan did a lot of fucked up stuff. So.
Yeah. That is very true, yeah. And his assembled hordes couldn't get through the TARDIS door, and believe me, they tried.
They did try. We know that to be true.
But there's one line he has where it's so funny. It's when the Doctor's saying, "I'm the Doctor, I'm a Time Lord," and the Master, who's listening into Lee, turns and looks at Lee and kind of shakes his head and goes, "Listen to these lies." And I was like, "Look, it's a bit goofy and it's a bit silly, but like broad strokes wise, like the Master is a manipulator, and like this is a fun performance."
Well, is it David Tennant? Is the 10th Doctor who says the Master has always been a little bit hypnotic?
I think so. Yeah.
And fuck me. You're not wrong, brother. All right.
There he goes like, again, stealing the focus from David Tennant.
His weird green cat eyes or whatever the fuck he has going on. Whenever he Lord. Takes his glasses off, he's got his weird like fucking... Do you remember the Demon Headmaster?
I went as him as World Book Day, the Demon Headmaster.
You went as him as... All right. I don't have time to make fun of your grammar.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it just reminded me of that, just his weird fucking glowing green eyes and stuff. And the I don't know, it kind of goes back and forth. Sometimes there's no reaction from people, but sometimes then it's the biggest reaction from people whenever they see his eyes. It's ridiculous.
I kind of like it though. I think like it's such a goofy and silly little thing it's immediately supposed to communicate this guy's been possessed and he's evil. Like you've got a limited time to get that across to the audience. But I think it looks good. I think it does look very good.
Yeah. What do you think about the idea, the sacrilege, the blasphemy of an American man playing the Master.
I don't care.
No, me neither, man. It works, doesn't it?
Fine
If it works,
with me.
it works. Exactly.
Yeah. What about if it was the Doctor? Where'd you land on it there?
I don't know. It's different with the Doctor. Like, I'm not thrilled about the idea, but if someone could put it off, then, I could be convinced, I guess.
I could too. The reason I like an English Doctor, or the reason I do is because of the
British.
Yeah, British. That's it. That's the word I was looking for.
You will get cancelled by Scotland.
I will. Okay. Sorry, Scotland.
Yeah.
No, the reason I like a British Doctor is mostly because it kind of keeps it in house a little bit. It protects it from being overblown and over dramatized. I think that there's a charm to a British actor undertaking it rather than like a big American star coming in. Like Neil Patrick Harris in the specials, I like him, but there is that air of like it's a bit different and it's a bit odd that he's there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does feel like, I don't know, too big for Doctor Who. Really, there is definitely a thing. I feel like, and to me as well, Doctor Who is the biggest thing. Like, you can't get bigger than Doctor Who. So it is strange to have a concept of too big for Doctor Who. But like, I don't know, like Hollywood A-listers, this isn't the place for you to go away.
Yeah, which is weird because Kylie Minogue was in that episode and she crushed it. So like.
Yeah, but Kylie Minogue's not a Hollywood A-lister, though.
No, it's different. She's a superstar, but she wasn't.
She
was.
Don't get me wrong. She is, but she's not fucking Angelina Jolie. She's better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah.
Nothing against Angelina Jolie. I love Angelina Jolie, by the way. She's great.
She's in that movie where she curves a bullet or something around James McAvoy's head.
Yeah, but not herself.
Yeah, she shoots herself in a circle or something.
She shoots herself in a circle, yeah.
And she like purposely does a little bullet trick so that he's not looking when she dies or something. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's a pretty cool movie, that movie, to be fair.
No, it's dog shit. What was I going to say? You got me distracted by Angelina Jolie.
We're just the American Master.
Yeah, look, I like it, man. I like it. What I don't. There's this weird, like, sort of, like, kind of running theme of the Master being like a wild animal because the Daleks have like killed him or whatever. First of all, they've killed him. They've put him on trial. They've killed him, and it's weird to me that the Daleks are doing a trial and then they're like, "Oh, and Doctor, will you take him back?" And they're like, "Yeah, no worry, Daleks, I'll do that for you."
Yeah, it's a bit like we're just naming names now, aren't we? Like,
yeah. Well, the Daleks, like, I don't think there were as like in Classic Who. I don't know.
It's before the war and stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's pre-war and everything like that. So who knows? But yeah. So like the Doctor's the Master. He like somehow comes back to life by form of some weird sort of goo or whatever. He's like a weird goo, and like sometimes it has the spirit of a snake, and then at one point it has the spirit of like a wild cougar or something. Like it roars like a cougar or something, and then like towards the end of the movie, the Master, like in his human form, he has this like deep rumbling growl about him as he's speaking. He's like almost like a bear, you know?
Yeah. I can't say I always know what they're doing.
No, me neither. But I enjoy it though.
Yeah, I think that's what you need for the Master. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, American, that doesn't matter. What animal, that doesn't matter either. I think the thing you need is a guy that's not afraid to just. Like, he was there on the day probably thinking, I'm making a fucking tit of myself. But you need that to play the Master, I think.
You do. You need to be a bit ridiculous, really. I think you need to be cringe to play the Master. Yeah. The same way that you need to be cringe to play the Doctor, really. Yeah.
But it's even weirder as the Master, because the Doctor is cringe, but he still gets the hero moments, whereas the Master is cringe and then most likely dies.
Yes, that is true. Yeah. So the Master's got this grand plan to open the Eye of Harmony in the TARDIS, which will
thoughts here.
Suck in the entire Earth or something like that.
Like implode it or like fold it in half or some shit, yeah.
Which, I'll be honest, I don't really understand, because my extent of the Eye of Harmony is what we saw in Journey to the Center of TARDIS. By the way, insane that there's an episode called Journey to the Center of the TARDIS, and we get a much better look at the inside of the TARDIS in this.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. You could have read my note verbatim, right? It's fucking. What do you think of like that other room of the TARDIS that we see?
I love it, man. I love it so much. I love like the great like the sort of grandness to that staircase, and then like the big Gallifreyan seal at the top of it and stuff. I really like all that. It feels very hoity-toity in a way that like something designed by Time Lords would, I think, you know?
I completely agree. I think there's an element to it that like, I even think they kind of play into the ridiculousness by like every time the Master or Grace or Lee or the Doctor go up one of the stairs, they show it in its entirety, and it takes a full 30 seconds for them to go around that staircase and up and down it and stuff.
There's an amazing moment where
it gets
like,
a little bit silly.
There's an amazing moment where like the Master has the Doctor chained up so he can like steal his lives or whatever, and then he's just possessed Grace so she can look into the Eye of Harmony, and then just as she does, they just cut to him doing a weird little run up the stairs so he can get in position to take his body, and you just see the entire thing, and it's so fucking funny.
The whole third act of this, it does reek of we had one set and we ran out of money, but like at the same time, I don't hate that about it. I think it's hokey in the best way that I think early New Who was as well.
Yeah. I think it's great, man. I think it works. It works a lot better than Rose does.
Okay. Oh yes, your benchmark bar.
Yes.
I quite like in the TARDIS that it's a different feel from the console room. Like this to me feels like it's like down in the lower depths of the TARDIS, and the Doctor hasn't been here in a while. Like I like. Yeah, I get that vibe to it because it like design wise, I wrote down it looks like an Indiana Jones temple crossed with Hogwarts. Like because it's all a bit dusty, and it's got like these little structures that you can pull in, and they activate a weird kind of door or some shit. But then also you've got that grand staircase in the center that genuinely looks like just a fucking like Hogwarts set. Like, do you not see the vibes?
I think you're just thinking of a castle, really.
I mean, that is Hogwarts, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't necessarily get that sort of vibe. I don't see it as being too dissimilar from the design and theme of the main console room, really.
Okay. All right.
Because I think they do have a sort of an ongoing theme to them, mostly just like lit by candles, I guess.
Yeah. It's not silver corridors, so it's better than that.
No, yeah. I don't know. I think it works.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like I said, I want to stress, I don't think it doesn't work.
What do you know about super accurate clocks that are so fucking accurate and they're so fucking precise or whatever that it's a big deal, and everyone will be like, whoa, we can recognize the difference.
Yeah, I can totally tell. I did like I did like there's one scene towards the end where, you know that guy, the mortician that's like keeps talking to the corpses, and it keeps cutting back to him at his New Year's party.
Yeah, he's having a great time.
He is having a whale of a time. But he's right next to the big clock. It's like behind him. And they make a special point of him being like, what's the time? And he spins on the spot to look at his watch. And I'm like, that's just stupid. I like this. This is very stupid.
I didn't pick up on that.
It's a good laugh. It's silly. It's very, very silly. Did you like the bit where the cop bike was driving after the Doctor and went into the TARDIS and then spun about, came out the TARDIS with the guy going, whoa!
I did. That was so good. First of all, there's a car chase in this as well. There's a whole fucking chase sequence, which is wild.
The Americanisms are there, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, look, it's Hollywood, baby. We're doing Doctor Who in Hollywood now.
Saying that, it does have that kind of old Terminator feel, like Terminator 1 feel, like the scrap in the alleyway, the T-1000 walking around with his sunnies on, the car chase. It does have a Terminator vibe to it.
It definitely does have a Terminator vibe to it. They took some cues from old Jimmy Cams with this, I reckon.
Is there any point, does anyone fall out of a glowing portal, like a blue lightning portal, like in Terminator at some point?
The Master falls into the Eye of Harmony.
Yes, that's true. Did you like that? The Eye of Harmony was not pulling anyone in until the Master fell in, and then it was like the fucking Void in Doomsday. It was like, I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna have you all, actually. Yeah. It's good stuff. I don't care. I like it.
What do you think of the TARDIS stuff with like the Eye of Harmony? Because throughout the entire movie, I was thinking to myself, why does the TARDIS just not do this? Like, why does the TARDIS not just stop doing this?
Yeah, I don't know, really. I don't have an answer for you there. Okay. I guess we're more used to a more sentient TARDIS with New Who. I don't know if that's necessarily the case in years gone by. So I guess maybe it is just, a machine that can be used one way or the other, really.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like I say, I don't know how much that idea was explored in classic Who, but yeah, maybe it's just alien to us because, like, look, this is one of them movies that, like, even though it's not the best movie in the world or whatever, right? That there were parts of it.
Wrong.
It's better than Rose.
It is, yeah.
But like, I was watching it, and I don't know. There's just a charm to it, and I don't know whether if I showed this to a non-Doctor Who fan, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
See, I'm like that with Rose, though. Like, if I show Rose to a non-Doctor Who fan, I'm like, oh, what are they going to think? Because it's Mickey going pizza, and he's a weird plastic man or whatever. It's ridiculous.
I would say it's definitely more ridiculous, yeah.
I think there's one good scene in Rose, and it's the Doctor being like...
the Earth is turning, and I can feel it.
You can't do the accent, but yes, turning, all that sort of stuff. That's the only good scene in Rose.
You don't like it when Rose announces her GCSEs to the nesting countries?
She's got no GCSEs, Lawrence.
Yes, but she does have the bronze medal.
She does have the bronze, and we all cheered. We all cheered when she swung and did that kick. By the way, you should probably have watched the TV movie before you listen to this. Should we put that up top?
We should probably. I'll tell you what. Let's just put this in the top.
Yeah, let's put this in the top. Hey, beautiful people. Watch the movie before you listen to this. Yeah. Bye. I kind of just did it all myself, so.
No, that's fine. That's all it needs.
All right, cool.
We don't need to pad it out with a load of nonsense.
Yeah, we don't need witty banter for that part.
No. I don't know. Is there anything? I'll tell you what. The brutality. I want to touch back in on that. Right?
Yeah.
They snap a child's neck in this.
They snap a child's neck?
Yeah. They don't see it on screen, but the Master goes up to Lee's neck, holding it like he's going to break it, and then it cuts to the Doctor and a sound effect of a neck snap, and the Doctor goes, ugh. That's how Lee dies.
This. When does this... Lee doesn't die.
Lee dies. He comes back to life with Grace at the end.
Oh.
This is a massive plot point.
I missed that entirely.
You're out here like, oh, this is better than Rose. You didn't even notice when one of the main characters died.
It's still better than Rose. But he's alive at the end. You can understand my confusion.
Yeah, but he's dead for a good 10, 15 minutes.
Ah, he's fine. He's all right. He's doing well. The Master does snap his wife's neck, though, or whatever.
He does. Yeah, he does that and all, yeah.
Not Lucy.
No, a different Master's wife.
She is long dead, yeah.
Do you like the little fist fight they have?
I do, yeah. I mean, it's not good, but I like it.
Yeah. I think it's emblematic of like this era of Doctor Who, right? They were just taking cues from like, what did we used to be able to get away with in classic? Yeah. Like, if you can't think of what to do, just push the Cyberman over or whatever and run away.
Is it time for our famous segment being suit talk?
Oh, let's do some suit talk, actually. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. All right, first of all, 7th Doctor drip.
Yeah. I'm not overly familiar with his. You'd have to refresh my memory on what his normal drip is.
He's normally like the jumper with all the question marks and
that's
stuff.
Right. He's not the cricket guy, is he? That's
he's
5.
Not. No, that's Peter Davidson. That's David Tennant's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's stealing his spotlight as well.
No, he's doing it again.
It's darker this time, isn't it? He's got a bit of a darker coat and all of this.
It's a bit evolved. It's like a bit more of a more, I don't know, I guess like a more mature version. I guess a more like aged and wizened version of it, really. But the general vibe of it is still there, I guess.
Yeah. No, I like it. If we're talking suit talk, I really do enjoy the there's a really lengthy suit up for the Eighth Doctor as he finds various bits and bobs and trinkets.
Much is going through a hospital and finding various accoutrements and shirts and scarves and stuff. And what does that remind you of?
Dr. Grace is there again. Someone's like, "You going to turn around?" She's like, "No, I'm horny."
Yes, exactly.
I like Ape Strip. It's a bit. I will say it's a little restrained. Like, I think they didn't want to push the boat. When you think of what's come before in classic Who, I do think it's lacking that signature piece. You know, there's no vegetable, there's no scarf, there's no question mark, there's not that distinct thing.
Yeah, it's kind of basic, isn't it? It's kind of just like, you know, gentlemanly turn of the century sort of suit vibes, really. You know, like a 19th century into 20th professor or sort of thing, or not even just a suit, really. And it's,
But maybe that is sign of the times, though, because I know the Doctors all do have their distinct thing. But, like, I'm thinking about 10 now, and I know he's got his Converse and his, like, pinstripe suit and stuff, but that's not nearly as aggressive as a vegetable on your chest. Like,
well, what is?
No, I know, but, like, the bow tie is probably, like, the most distinctive. That's that Doctor immediately from the new era. Like,
but that's just a bow tie, though. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a very normal thing. That's not like you don't. I guess we do because we're fucking weird. But you don't look at a bow tie and go, "Oh, it's from Doctor Who."
No, you don't. But that's kind of the point I'm getting at. Where, like, I guess this was ushering in the era of just like, this is an oddly dressed fellow, but there's nothing that distinctive about him.
No big long floppy scarf. No colourful LGBT coat, no jumper full of question marks and an umbrella and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, which is a shame, but...
It is a shame, really. I quite like the idea that the Seventh Doctor was like, you know what I need? Branding. I need my own clothing line. The hose gun recognised. Okay.
When they see that question mark out and about in Gallifrey, they'll know.
They know.
I mean, to be fair, look, I can blame the Doctor for a bit of a warped kind of relationship with fashion, given that those decadent robes is what he was repping for a while, presumably.
I mean, they're great robes. I think the Master looks great in those robes. Right?
The Master looks great in them. What's his line? It's like, "Time for a change" or something. Yeah.
Yes. Time for a change.
No, I'm for it, man. I am absolutely for it. Yeah.
He doesn't have a sonic screwdriver because Lee steals it.
I did like that. I thought that bag of trinkets might come into more of a play, but turns out there's just a spare key on top of the TARDIS roof.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I did like that. He said there's a little lockbox above the P, and I was like, that's fun. That's a bit silliness.
A cubby.
Oh, that cubby.
Yeah.
Something that was funny as well, just while we're talking about suits. So I was watching that first episode of Confidential, right? And the costume designer and Russell T have like this brief bit where they're like, we wanted this Doctor to have a noticeable silhouette, talking about Eccleston's leather jacket. And they were like, we wanted them to be able to see a silhouette of the Doctor and immediately go, "That's the Doctor." And it is just a funny little timestamp of like when you look at the new Russell series, and he's like, "We're changing clothes every week. There's not going to be a single identifiable outfit."
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
A sign of the times.
He does have a main outfit.
Yeah, but is it the main if you wear it like twice?
I guess in that sense, yeah, because he's wearing it one more times than he's wearing anything else. So
I mean, yeah, but still, and the main one isn't even the best one, I don't think. We'll save it.
Yes, that's a discussion for another day, Lawrence.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about with this movie?
Yeah, probably.
Go on.
We haven't done an ad thing.
That's what you wanted to talk about.
No, that's what I just noticed, though. That's what I just noticed.
We'll put one in the middle somewhere. It's fun.
Yeah, all right. Make it work, though. Or I'll make it work.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess I'm editing this one then.
I can edit this one, I guess. Well, we'll see. We'll see
which one's short, and I'll take that one.
We'll draw straws. What? Do you have anything else?
No, I just asked you if you did. Oh, I've got some little things, some minor bits.
Give us a little thing, yeah.
All right, I enjoyed the John Smith stuff. I like all of that stuff.
Yeah, it was fine, I guess. You know?
I saw a thing and I pointed. I went, jingly keys for me.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess.
And oh no, my other two little things we already spoke about is the mortician freak who chats up the corpses is a weirdo. And the master is that guy from the Batman movies.
Okay, great. Well, so good for us.
That's me on it. I feel like I don't know. What's the general consensus? I'd heard bad things. Do people like this, or is it just like that charming weird thing that Doctor Who did once?
To be honest, I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know. I like it. All right, I know that. I think like it's hokey. It's you know, it's not amazing. And yeah, sure, it didn't kick off a series, but like I don't know. I think maybe it should have.
What would be different? Because like I thought about it as well. 1996. That's really not that far removed from the 2005 revival. Like
no, it's 9 years.
Yeah, so it's really like Paul McGann was there. Do you know what I mean? He probably heard about the revival and went, "What the fuck? Where was my phone call?"
Yeah.
Especially because it ends in this note that's very much like off I go. Do you know what I mean?
Tell you, yeah, I do think it's strange that he didn't take Grace with him.
Like, yeah, it is weird. Yeah.
I do think Grace is a companion of his, and she does go on to become a companion in like the extended media and stuff that's come out afterwards. But I don't know. It is true. I guess if they were planning on making this like an ongoing thing, like the next episode would have been like, I don't know, Grace at work, and the Doctor shows up again. He's like, Grace, I need you. Or something, you know?
I think they very much left it open to give themselves freedom with whatever series they cooked up.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, you definitely get the vibe that she's going to be the ongoing companion.
Yeah,
really.
You did, well, because like they're so.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, they're so. Well, they're so connected in this. She is the obvious companion. She's with him through 90% of the movie. So.
There is something I want to talk about, actually.
Go.
The Doctor's half human.
Oh, how did we almost skip over this? What's this?
It's not something that's been entirely forgotten.
That's news to me. So keep stum as much as you can.
So yeah, but it's I don't know. It's strange. It's very very. I feel like it's. I feel like everyone just kind of made the right choice when they were like, no.
Let's move away from that, yeah.
Yeah, it was a friendly joke, he said, or something, you know? Nothing more. A Christmas joke.
The bit that struck me as so strange, right? Maybe I just missed some bits, right? But like, it's the way that, like, it scans his eye or something, and the master goes, "That's a human retina." And I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck did that add?
Yeah, and
massive, also like law-breaking stuff, and you've just thrown it in and then gone like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, that's fine. And then also the Eye of Harmony has this like, I don't know, ongoing visual record of the Doctor and his many incarnations.
Yeah,
and somehow has his brand new updated one, even though he hasn't been back to the TARDIS since he regenerated somehow. But I guess they're linked somehow. So
well, if they're that linked, then stop trying to blow up the world or something.
No, she's fine.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
And the other thing that I wanted to go over, what's with the Doctor's weird "I know your entire future" power, where he looks at you and he's like, "Hey, answer that question on the test you're going to take tomorrow," or whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there are any versions, but like all the headbutts or the gentle head touches we've seen from 10 and 11, they're very much like this is what was.
Yeah, it's more memories and stuff.
Yeah, and like general information, not the future. Yeah,
and the Doctor, like it's I think it's mentioned in possibly the Pompeii episode where he can look at people and he can see if they're like, you know, like if they're meant to be or not, in a sense, like if they're fixed or not, and what that is. But that's different and more vague than you're going to do a test and you're going to fail or whatever. You know,
it's not the "don't come into school tomorrow" powers, is it?
Don't like say that. Fucking hell.
No, but like that. I mean, that's pretty much what he does with that kid later on.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's different. It's weird. That's something that's in this movie that, like, I think it was genuinely just trying to appeal to as many people as possible. Like, there is a vagueness to this kind of stuff. Like, when they bring up time travel, it's very much like we can go places. Like, and he doesn't expand on it. And it's like, I'm a Time Lord, and that's Gallifrey. What's Gallifrey? Don't worry about it. Place. It's a place somewhere. Like,
also, Gallifrey's just on the other side of Earth, apparently.
Yeah. Quick 10-minute round trip or something.
Look, the other side of your galaxy is it's Gallifrey.
It's very odd. But do you know what? I respect it. I think this is a good movie that's like, it's doing its best in an impossible situation, I think.
Here's the test, all right?
Okay.
Do you want to see more of the Eighth Doctor?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course I do.
Yeah, of course. And stay tuned, Lawrence, because you can. Yes. All right. Are we doing Weirdo?
I didn't write one down. We can do and just wing it, see how that goes.
All right, let's try it.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. Lawrence, who is your weirdo that you're just going to make up right now for this week? Or for this day, I guess. We're having many weirdos this week.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the Mortician creep.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Mostly because of his general demeanor and vibe, but like,
yeah,
there's certain little bits that are a bit weird. Like when he's like, off he sends the corpse, but then like he doubles back to like be like, "Good night, I'm going out tonight." It's like, get some mates, man.
Do you know who would have played this guy if they had a bigger budget?
Go on.
Nedry from Jurassic Park.
He gives off Nedry vibes.
100%, right? Yeah.
Yeah, in the sense that like, it doesn't really come up in the movie, but he's like played as like, hey, there's the fat goofy guy. You know what I mean? Like it is a bit like that. Do you remember in Jurassic Park, like every other second they were like, this guy would be so good at his job. It's a shame he's so fat.
He's so fat and annoying, and he's always eating snacks because he's fat.
And
Look
his
at his
desk is
desk.
horrendous.
It's full of wrappers from all his fat snacks because he's a fat boy.
Where's he gone? The vending machine for more fat
he's probably
snacks?
at the vending machine to be fat again because he's fat.
He fell over. That's because he's fat. If he wasn't fat, he would have fallen over.
He deserves it for being fat. Good stuff, Hollywood. Never change.
Yeah. What about you? Who's your weirdo?
Didn't I just say? No, I didn't. You did. I did in my head. My weirdo is Grace's boyfriend.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, what a prick, man. I'll kill him. And also all the healthcare pricks as well. All those sort of everyone. Anyone I disagree with, personally.
And I was going to say, that's timeless. American healthcare professionals now are still weirdos.
Yeah. They deserve to be shot in New York.
No, okay.
What are you saying they don't, Lawrence?
I'm not saying that. I'm just simply not commenting here on a public space.
Bro's not taking a side.
Oh, no.
Bro, do you want a cushion for that fence?
I can't dispute it. That's fair enough, yeah. Yeah. Well, look, we haven't still got thoughts or anything, so it's a bit of a weird one this week. We don't really know how to end it now.
No, still got thoughts because... Look, people behind the curtain were recording this out of sequence, so we couldn't really do still got thoughts. So I don't know. But let us know what you thought, I guess. Let us know your thoughts of it. You can do it in the Discord server, just in general, or wherever you want, really. I don't know.
When this drops, just be like, hey, this is what I thought of the movie.
Yeah. Anyway, let's imagine everyone emailed in. So well done, everyone.
Well done, everyone. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening. If you've enjoyed this little special episode, this boner episode, I think
there's more to come, Lawrence.
There are more to come. What else are we doing? Let's summarize.
So, we're going to be following this up with some more Eighth Doctor adventures.
Whoa.
Well, one of them, and he dies in it. Spoiler alert. So we'll see how that goes. That's coming out. Wait, this is coming out. When's this coming out? This is coming out.
This is the 18th, you said.
The 18th. I think that's... Oh, fuck. Let me get the schedule up. Night of the... That's coming out on the 20th in 2 days' time.
Whoa.
Right? So on whatever the day... On Friday. on Friday. That's coming out. So once you've listened to Another Happy Pod, or before you listen to Another Happy Pod, our pop culture podcast, where every week we watch and discuss something in the realm of movies, TV shows, video games, that kind of stuff. This week we're discussing Love Actually. It's our Love Actually Christmas special, so enjoy that. And then afterwards, or before, you can tune into us talking about the Night of the Doctor.
Isn't it crazy that on Still Got Legs, it typically takes us the better part of a year to go through a Doctor's run, and here we are knocking out the 8th in 2 days.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well, there's a little bit more to come, kind of. But, yes.
Well, okay, all right.
Yes, but hey, yes, it is quite crazy. Anyway, then there's some more stuff coming, but we'll tell you about that later or whatever.
Yeah,
or we won't. I don't know.
We'll give you the updates in other specials because there are more coming.
Yes, stay tuned. Still Got Legs Media.
Yep. Let me handle this. I do. I've got this written down.
Yeah, okay, you do the rest.
You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and also Blue Sky at Still Got Legs Pod. And if you want to share your thoughts on every episode, the link to join the Discord is in the show notes, or you can email your thoughts over to stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. Big thank you to Nina for the short form content. Big thank you to Pierce for being the Discord marshal. Yay. If you feel so inclined, we have a Ko-Fi link if you want to help us out with the running of both the shows. Zero pressure to do so. Everyone's welcome to enjoy the shows for free and forever. If you do want to help us out, just share it with your mates. And speaking of both shows, Nathan, what's the other one?
I've already done that bit.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. No, it's that one. Thanks for listening. It says we'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m., but I don't know when we're next going to see you because I'm not sure what's coming out and when.
Saturday. No, Friday. I just told you. Anyway, bye.
Bye.